Hello to my marvelous students. My name is Mayatu Sise, or you can call me Mrs. Sise, and I'm the teacher who will talk to you on the radio. I wish I could see you in person, but I know that you will listen carefully and do your best. Before we start, I have an important message to share with you. I'm so happy to be speaking with you again today. Isn't learning on the radio fun, my dear students here? Today I'm going to give you a little quiz. Do you remember what a germ is?
Yes, a germ is a living thing that exists everywhere. Some can be good, but the bad ones can make us very sick.
Very good. You really are learning. Germs can live anywhere in the world. And when they get into our bodies will either fight them or will become sick. Right now, the COVID-19 germ is making many people sick in the world, including our fellow people here in Sierra Leone. Do you remember how we make sure germs do not live in our hands?
Yes, by washing our hands for 20 seconds with soap and water many times a day. We learned a song to sing while we are washing our hands to let us know it has been long enough. Can we sing it together now?
Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds.
A safe touch is one that makes us feel comfortable, good, or like we have a friend. An unsafe touch is one that is meant to hurt us. However, sometimes a safe touch can actually hurt, especially right now during the coronavirus. It is best we avoid all forms of touching right now to keep ourselves safe, even if they are safe touches. There are other safe touches that actually might hurt, such as going to the doctor to receive an injection. Even though this is painful, it is meant to make you healthy. Can you think of another safe touch that might be painful?
When I get a cut and my mother cleans it out, even though it hurts, my mother is trying to make me healthy.
Exactly. Even though most safe touches makes you feel happy, good and comfortable, sometimes we experience times like getting a cut clean that are necessary and safe, even though they are painful. Do you understand?
Yes. Most safe touches make us feel like we are friends. However, if a doctor has to give me a shot or clean a cut, those things are safe, even though they might be painful.
Exactly. Very good. Do you remember what an unsafe touch is?
Yes, an unsafe touch is any sort of touch that can make me feel uncomfortable, scared, or sad. When someone hits me or hurts me, that is an unsafe touch. If this happens when we should tell an adult that we trust.
Exactly. You are really learning how to be brave. Now it is time for our lesson. Today we have another reading session together. I'm feeling great because I know we'll do lots of fun activities. Are you ready? How are you feeling today? Remember, last time we practiced the sentence, Dad sings a song as he cycles home. We practice blending sounds to read and write the words like mud, pig, seat, plump, and wheel. We use our words to read the sentence, the plump pig will sit in the mud and grunt. Last, we read and discussed the passage, a fish and a gift. I also want to tell your families about the great work you did in your assignments. Hello, families! Please ask your child about their assignment to draw a picture about the story we read and add words to the picture. I am sure they did a marvelous work. Our activities for today are as follows. Number 1, we'll do an activity called Sentence Warm-Up. Number 2, we'll do an activity called Sight Words. Number 3, we'll do an activity called Brilliant Blending. Number 4, we'll do an activity called Write and Read. Number 5, we'll do an activity called Listen and Write. And number 6, we'll do an activity called Read Aloud. Let's have a great class together. First, it's time for a sentence warm-up. Today, our practice sentence is: the shark twists and thrashes in the waves. You will listen while I'll say the sentences 2 times. Then I'll tell you when it is time for us to read the sentences together. Ready? Listen first. The shark twists and thrashes in the waves. The shark twists and thrashes in the waves. Okay, when I say your turn, then we can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
The shark twists and thrashes in the waves.
One more time.
The shark twists and thrashes in the waves.
When I hear the sentence, the shark twists and thrashes in the waves, I think about how scared the shark must be stuck in the net. Twist and thrashes means the shark is moving its body trying to escape. I wonder if the fishermen who have caught the shark are scared. What sounds must the shark be making? Now I want you to think about how you will do a drama for the sentence. The shark twists and thrashes in the waves. Will you pretend to twist and move like the shark? Will you shark up and down? Will you be like the shark, going up and down? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about how you'll do drama to show the sentence, the shark twists and thrashes in the waves. I hope you have your drama idea ready. Now I'll say the sentence and you'll do your drama. Ready? Your turn. The shark twists and thrashes in the waves. Wow! The students here with me did a wonderful drama. I just wish I could see your beautiful dramas at home too. I'm sure you did a great job. Now, I have some questions for you. When I ask the question, if the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. If the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, sit down. Let's begin. First question. Will a shark thrash in a net? Next question. Will a monkey thrash in a cage? Next question. Will a snake thrash in a box? Next question. Will a chicken thrash in a cage? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now let's say the words thrashes. I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables there are in the word thrashes. You will listen while I clap the syllables in the word. Then I'll tell you when it is your turn to try. Ready? Listen. Thrashes. Thrashes. Ready? Your turn.
Thrashes. Thrashes.
How many syllables in thrashes?
2.
Yes, there are 2 syllables. Thrashes is one word with 2 syllables. The root word is thrash. Is thrash a noun, verb, or an adjective? Remember, a verb is an action word. Thrash is a verb. Thrash means moving in a loud and noisy way. In the sentence, we say thrashes. We add the sound is to thrash because the subject of the sentence is a shack, a third person singular. Listen. Thrash, thrashes. Here is an example. 3 shacks thrash. 1 shack thrashes. Now it is time for sight words. Sight words are words that we use a lot, so we want to be able to read them quickly when we see them. In your notebook, I want you to have a special place where you write your sight words. Every day, you will put your sight words in the same place. On sight words page 1, you'll write the number 17 and 18 with a space next to each number for a word. Now go ahead and write 17 and 18. Now you will write the sight word I tell you next to the numbers. Number 17. Write the word by. This word has 2 letters and is spelled B-Y. Number 18. Write the word with. This word has 4 letters and is spelled W-I-T-H. Let's also review numbers from before. Last time we had 2 other sight words. They were number 15 is the word for. This word has 3 letters and is spelled F-O-R. Number 16 is the word a. This word has 3 letters and it's spelled A-R-E. Fantastic! Now we'll play a sight word game. I will say a word and you will point to the word in your notebook and will say how to spell it. It should be sight words that you wrote before. Ready? Let's go. Eat. Point to the word eat. Look at the word and read it. Eat. Buy. Point to the word buy. Look at the word and read it. Buy. With. Point to the word with. Look at the word and read it. With. For. Point to the word for. Look at the word and read it. For. Ah. Point to the word ah. Look at the word and read it. Ah. Buy. Point to the word buy. Look at the word and read it. Buy. He. Point to the word he. Look at the word and read it he. Was. Point to the word was. Look at the word and read it was. Great job with your sight words today. Remember, save those 4 pages in your notebook for your collection of sight words. We'll add more sight words in our next session. Now it's time for brilliant blending. Are you ready? Okay, number 1. First, you listen. Fish. Fish. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Fish.
Okay.
Fish.
Number 2. First you listen. Cell. Cell. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Cell.
Again.
Cell.
Number 3. First you listen. Crab. Crab. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Crab.
Again.
Crab.
Number 4. First you listen. Wheel. Wheel. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Wheel.
Again.
Wheel.
Number 5. First you listen. Shrimp. Shrimp. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Shrimp.
Again.
Shrimp.
Excellent work. Now I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then we'll read the word together. Number 1. Write the word spelled F-I-S-H. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Fish. Fish. The letter F makes the sound F. I makes the sound F. SH together makes the sound sh. Your turn.
Fish.
Number 2. Write the word spelled C-R-A-B. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. K-A-B. Crab. K-A-B. Crab. The letters CR together makes the sound K. The letters CR together make the sound K. A makes the sound A, and B makes the sound B. Your turn.
Crab.
Number 3. Write the word spelled S-H-R-I-M-P. Now try to read and pronounce the word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Shrimp, 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 shrimp. The letters S, H, R together make the sound sh. I makes the sound E, and MP together make the sound ump. Your turn.
Shrimp. Shrimp.
Whew. You were working very hard. Let's do a small brain break to celebrate. We'll do a breathing exercise. Please stand up. Now breathe in and raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Again, breathe in, raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Breathe in, raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Well done. Are you ready to do listening right? Please take out your notebook and pencil and get ready to listen carefully. 1. Write the sentence. He will sell fish and shrimp and crab. I'll say it again. He will sell fish and shrimp and crab. Good job. Now we are going to check and see if you wrote your words correctly. Ready? Let's go. 1. He is a sight word and is spelled H-E. 2. Will has the sound W-E-L and it's spelled W-I-L-L. Number 3. Sell has the sounds S-E-L and it's spelled S-E-L-L. Number 4. Fish has the sounds F-I-S-H and it's spelled F-I-S-H. Number 5. And has the sounds and it's spelled A-N-D. Number 6. Crab has the sound K-A-B and it's spelled C-R-A-B. Now look at the words and read them as I say the sentence again. He will sell fish and shrimp and crab. Remember, this is a sentence, so the first letter of the first word should be capitalized. And there should be a full stop at the end. What does the sentence, he will sell fish and shrimp and crab means? Fish and shrimp and crab are all animals that live in the ocean. I think the person in this sentence is a fisherman. I think that he is going out in his boat. When he comes back, he will sell everything that he has caught that day. Now let's read the sentence together again.
He will sell fish and shrimp and crab.
Great job. Our last activity today is read aloud. We'll read part 3 from a story called A Fish and a Gift. Today we'll make connections, which is when you find meaning to a story. First, you are going to make connections with other stories that we have read. Then, you are going to make connections with yourselves. And finally, you are going to make connection with the world. Before we start to read the passage, let's use our brain to think about what happened in the passage last lesson.
Yusuf spoke about some of the gifts that his dad brought back from the fishing trips. A beautiful shell, a green bottle, and he even helped the sea turtles that were stuck in a storm. Yusuf's dad also sang a song while he was fishing. Drop and swish, find a fish, pull a plug, don't you stop.
Today's passage is about catching a fish. Today you're going to find meaning in the story by thinking about other stories, yourself, and the world. Think to yourself about those questions, and when you have finished reading the passage, we'll talk about our ideas and what we made connections with. Think to yourselves about those questions, and when we have finished reading the passage, we'll talk about our ideas and what we made connections with. Before we listen to the passage, let's make sure we get our body ready to listen. Make sure your body is calm, your ears listening, your lips are closed, and your brain is thinking. Part 3. Yusuf is waiting at the beach for his dad. The shark siren sounds. Swimmers ran back to the sand and grabbed their towels. Surfers rushed to the shore, carrying their surfboards under their arms. Yusuf's dad, uncle, and cousins heaved and pulled. A little shark has been caught. It twists and thrashes in the waves. Yusuf's dad untangles the net, singing to the shark, drop and swish, find a fish, pull and plump, don't you stop. When the shark at last is free, it jumps back into the water. The men pull the boat in and collect all the nets. A hard white triangle catches Dad's finger. Birds circle the sky. What did you bring back for Yusuf? As the sun goes down, Dad answers the birds and says, "A lucky shark tooth for my boy." At home, Yusuf holds his gifts up to the stars. What did you think about this passage of the story? Shola.
Based on what we just heard, let's check our ideas for the making connection questions we had at the beginning.
Can you remember what makes connection means?
Making connection is when we find meaning in the story by thinking about other stories, yourself, and the world.
Great. Now, the first question was, does the story remind you of another story? Have you read a story about a shark before, or another type of animal that gets caught in a net and needs to be freed? Or have you read a story about fishing or being on a boat? Have you read a story that has gifts or presents in it?
Let me have a think. You know, this story reminds me of another story I read about two friends. One friend gives the other friend a beautiful flower as a gift.
Good. Has something like this ever happened to you before, guys?
Let me use my brain to try to remember.
Does your dad, uncle, or cousin go out fishing so you and your family can eat? Have you ever been fishing with someone in your family for fun or for catching food? Have you been given a gift, or have you given a gift to someone special to you before? I want you to reflect on those questions. Then, is this story similar to something that is happening to you? Think. Now continue. I want you to reflect again on this question. Have you been to the beach before and seen people fishing on the shore or in a boat? Lots of people around the world use boats and fishing tools to catch fish so people and their families can have food to eat. Have you been to the market and seen people selling fish so they can make money to provide for their families? Or have you seen photos or paintings of people fishing or shacks? Reflect on them. Please think. Think. Great job. Today we use our brains to make connections with others' story we have read and with others and the world. Now I have an assignment for you students. First, I want you to draw a picture of a story that you thought of when you were listening to this passage. Second, I want you to draw something you do that is similar to the passage. Third, I want you to draw something in the world that is similar to the passage we just read. I'll go over your assignments again. First, I want you to draw a picture of the story that you thought of when you were listening to this passage. Second, I want you to draw something you do that is similar to the passage. Third, I want you to draw something in the world that is similar to the passage we just read. Okay, students, let's recap what we learned today. We practiced the sentence, the shark twists and thrashes in the waves. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like fish, sail, crab, whale, and shrimp. We use our words to read the sentence, he will sell fish and shrimp and crab. Last, we read and discussed the passage, a fish and a gift. Boys and girls, that's the end of our class today. We are so happy you were here with us. You were marvelous. We hope to talk to you soon again. Stay safe.